Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurumilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Mahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Shiyuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajeevam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarviyasya Kripa Sindhubhyaye Vachapatitana Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraha Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhi Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the most confidential knowledge, Raja Gukhyam, the king of secrets. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is like, we are in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is answering Arjuna's questions like what is prakriti, purusha, kshetra, kshetrajna, jnana, jnaya, everything. So we understood very clearly about the kshetra, kshetrajna, jnana, and we also finished studying jnaya also. Now Krishna is going to teach us about prakriti and then purusha also. Also, the next chapter, 14th chapter, is also about prakriti only, with 3 modes of material nature. So the entire 14th chapter is titled as 3 modes of material nature. So we understand from Bhagavad Gita that we are eternal. It's very good to know that. It's very good to know that we are here forever. Here in the sense, the soul is Atma is always there, but of course, we don't want to be here in this material world forever. So that is not a good thing for us. So that we understand from Bhagavad Gita. But unfortunately, if we don't take any action now, if we don't make use of this human body now, so then it's going to be like again and again we will be coming back. That knowledge we are getting very clearly from this Bhagavad Gita. Not only when Brahma's day is on, like during Brahma's day itself, we are dying many times. We are taking birth many times. During Brahma's single day, one day itself, in 12 hours itself, so which is equivalent to 4.32 billion years. So that's what 4.32 billion years. So it's a big number. So we are dying so many times. So we are taking birth so many times. But when Brahma's night falls, then another 12 hours of Brahma's night, basically another 12 hours in Brahmaloka, there is another 4.32 billion years. We are in a dormant state where we cannot get a body also. But still we won't be in Goloka. We are still in this material world, material nature, but we enter into Krishna's nature. But the problem is that Krishna is teaching us that Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya Prakritim Yanti Mamikam Kalpakshaye. So when Brahma's day ends, Kalpakshaye, so when Brahma's night starts, all the living entities, Sarva Bhutani Prakritim Yanti Mamikam. So they enter into my Prakriti. So that's what Krishna is teaching us. Kalpakshaye. Then Kalpadav srijamyagam. Punagastani kalpadav srijamyagam. Again I create them when the day starts. Kalpadav. Kalpadav means in the beginning of kalpa. So that means kalpa means it's the day. So day is known as kalpa. So for Brahma's day, so kalpa kshaye means at the end of kalpa. So that means when the day ends, and kalpa adav means at the beginning of kalpa, when the day begins. So again everything is created. So that's what is happening for us in this material world. So Krishna is teaching us that this is happening forever, again and again. When Brahma's day starts, when Brahma's night starts, all such things are happening. That's why Krishna is teaching us very clearly that Bhutagramaga sayevayam bhutva praliyate ratriyagame avasagaparta prabhavati agaragame. So when the Ratri Agame, when the night falls for Brahma, Avasaha Partha means compulsorily. So everything is annihilated. So that's why Bhutagramaga Sayevayam Bhutva Praliyate. Praliyate means everything is destroyed. Everything is annihilated. Ratri Agame Avasaha Partha. Then Prabhavati Aharagame. Aharagame. That means when the day comes, when the day starts, everything is again created. So that is happening once in 4.32 billion years in this earth. So that's what is happening. But there is another supreme nature, supreme abode, which is permanent, which is not disturbed. Paragat tasmatu bhavonyo avyakta sanatanaha Yasya sarveshu bhuteshu nasyatsu navinashyati. There is another superior bhava nature, paragattasmat bhavanyo, avyaktat vyaktat sanatana. When this material world is created and annihilated, so it is not disturbed at all. That's what Krishna is saying, that avyaktat vyaktat sanatana yasya sarveshu bhutesu nasyatsu navinashyati. When everything is lost in this material world, so nothing happens in that place. So that is Krishna's abode. It is known as Avyakta ityuktaha tamahu paramam gati yam prapya nivattante taddama paramam mama. So that is known as Avyakta. Akshara, unmanifested, infallible. So, Avyakta Akshara, Avyakto Akshara Ityuktaka Tamakuhu Paramam Gatim. That is said as the supreme destination. Yam Prapyana Nivatante Taddama Paramam Mama. If you come there, you will not come back here again. That is my supreme abode. So that's what Yam Prapyana Nivatante Taddama Paramam Mama. That should be our goal. In this material world, we are setting a lot of goals. We want to study, we want to get good education, we want to get good job, and then we want to earn a lot of money, and we want to buy this, we want to buy that, big apartment, big house, big home, car, this, that, so many goals. But our real goal should be to go to Goloka, to go to that place. That's what Yadgatva na nivattante taddama paramam mama. Yam prapya na nivattante taddama paramam mama. So if you come here, you will not come back. So that is my supreme abode. So that abode where there is no miseries. There are no miseries. Anamaya. Padam gacchanti anamaya. That's what Krishna is teaching us. So there is Krishna's abode. That we know. So we need to plan to go there and live there forever. So that should be the goal of our life. That's not greediness. So they desire to please Krishna. Of course, even though that's our goal, we are really not worried about that. worried about getting there. We should not be even thinking that whether I'll be able to go to Goloka or not. We should simply depend on Krishna, simply believe in Krishna, and have full faith on Krishna, surrender to Krishna, do everything for Krishna. So, if we make the goal of our life is to please Krishna, then that goal of going to Goloka will happen automatically. So, our goal is to please Krishna, wherever we are. Even if we are in this material world right now, our goal is to please Krishna. Even though we are having material body right now, we are struggling and suffering in this material world, but our goal is to please Krishna. So, to serve Krishna. So, that action, that goal only brings us all goodness, everything, all our problems will be completely gone. It will be solved. Krishna's mercy, we will not have any more problems in this material world. All because of our mind is going after the material sense objects, because we are not able to fix our mind on Krishna. So that's why we are struggling and suffering in this material world. Once we are able to focus our mind on Krishna, then we are not going to worry about anything. Because we are not going to think about anything. Krishna is saying very clearly in Srimad Bhagavatam, he says that like if we focus on material sense objects, our mind is going after that. So similarly, if we focus our mind on Krishna, our mind goes after Krishna. That's it. So in Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says that Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsa Sangaste Supajayate. Dhyayato Krishna Pumsa Sangaste Supajayate. Both cases, Sangha is going to happen. Attachment is going to happen. When we think about sense objects, then we will develop attachment on them. When we think about Krishna, then we will develop attachment on Krishna. But the problem is, when we think about sense objects, when we develop attachment on them, then from such attachment, lust develops. From lust, anger arises. From anger, delusion arises. From delusion, memory is bewildered. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. So all such problems are happening. But when we focus our mind on Krishna, we will develop attachment on Krishna. From such attachment, prema develops, love develops. From that love, bhakti, devotion, both are same, prema, bhakti. So that's what develops. So at that time, our memory is not going to be bewildered. At that time, we are not going to be like krodhat bhavati sammoha. From anger, delusion arises. So when we remember Krishna, when we develop attachment on Krishna, when we develop that love and affection towards Krishna, when we develop that bhakti, then our intelligence is going to be very sharp. So then knowledge comes. It's not delusion, it is knowledge. So that's what is going to happen, knowledge. So from that knowledge, so from krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammoha smriti vipramoha. So whereas with that knowledge, our smriti, our memory is going to be very sharp. So it's not going to be bewildered. The memory will not be bewildered. Memory will be very, very sharp. So our intelligence will be very, very well established. So buddhi, nanaso. It's not that we are going to lose buddhi, intelligence. Buddhi naso will happen when our memory is bewildered. But when our memory is not bewildered, when we have very sharp and very, very fine memory, then we are going to have, our intelligence will be very well established. That's why buddhi pariyavatistati. So our intelligence will be very well established when we are connected with Krishna. So that is the thing we studied many times, the slokas again and again. But it's very important because Krishna is teaching us that when we think about material sense objects and enjoyment in this material world, material opulence, so then we are not going to have buddhi. We are not going to get that intelligence. We are going to lose it. Vyavasayatmika buddhi samadho na vidyate. That's what Krishna is teaching us. Bhogaisvarya prasaktanam taya apagrita chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadho na vidyate. So when we are attached to bhoga and aiswarya, material sense enjoyment and material wealth, then when our intelligence is carried away by that, our consciousness, our thinkings, taya apagrita chetasam, then we are not going to have intelligence. So They pray by Krishna's causeless mercy with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. We understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, and we are getting so much of opportunities to please Krishna and enjoy. We are really enjoying every day. This is real enjoyment. This is the time we are very, very happy. This is the time we are not thinking anything about our material problems. We are not worried about anything. We don't have to think about it. This is the time we need to simply focus our mind on Krishna only, nothing else. So when we focus our mind on Krishna, that's what we are doing. We are focusing only on Krishna. We are listening to Krishna. We want to follow Krishna's instructions. So we are like, it is Krishna's causeless mercy. It's happening. This miracle is happening for us in this Kali Yuga, in this 21st century. So we got the opportunity to very well connected with Krishna through this Bhagavad Gita class every day. So we are now in the 13th chapter. We have finished 20 slokas very nicely. We understood about Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Jnana, Nyeya, everything very, very clearly. So last week in the slokas 17 to 20, we studied about the Nyeya. So Krishna is teaching that in sloka number 17 we studied Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha sthitam bhutavartricha tadnyeyam Krishna Prabhavishnu cha Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. So avibhaktam means without division. Even though Krishna is appear as if he is divided into every being, so he is not. So that's what we need to understand. Even though he is the Bhuta Bhartricha Tagnyayam Krishna Prabhavishnu. So he is the maintainer and he is the everything. So that's why, although the super soul appears to be divided among all beings, he is never divided. That's what avibhaktam. So even though looks like vibhaktam vivacha sthitam, looks like appears to be divided, but he is never divided. Krishna is everywhere. Krishna is in everything. So, and he is situated as one. So that's what sthitam, he is situated as one. Although he is the maintainer of every living entity, Bhuta Bhartricha Tagnyayam, so it is to be understood that he devours and develops all. So Krishna Prabhavishnu cha. So that's what Nyayam means about the super soul, about Krishna, about Paramatma. So that's why in the next sloka we studied in the 18th sloka, Jyotisamapi tagyotis tamasaga param muchyate jnanam nyayam jnanagamyam kriti sarvasya vishtitam. That's what Krishna is in there. He is the light of all lights, light of all luminous objects. Jyotisam apitagyo tadjyoti tamasa param uchyate. So he is above the darkness. Tamasa param, beyond the darkness. Jnanam is the knowledge. Nyayam, he should be known, knowable. And jnanagamyam is the, he can be approached only by knowledge. Kriti sarvasya visthitam. He is seated in everyone's heart. Kriti sarvasya. Krishna himself said many times in Bhagavad Gita that I am seated in everyone's heart. Sarvasya chagam kriti sannivishte. Isvara sarvabhutanam kridesha arjuna tishtati. So like that Krishna many times says that he is seated in our heart. So he is the source of light in all luminous objects. He is beyond the darkness of matter and is unmanifested. His knowledge is the object of knowledge and is the goal of knowledge. He is situated in everyone's heart. So in the next sloka is what we studied last week. Iti kshetram tata jnanam Nyayam choktam samasataka madbhakta yetat vijnaya madbhavayo papatyate. So this is kshetra, this is knowledge, this is the object of knowledge, nyayam, everything. So everything I have explained to you summarily. So my devotee, by knowing this, he will attain my nature. Madbhakta etat vijnaya madbhavaya upapatyate. That's what Krishna is teaching. Thus, the field of activities, the knowledge and the knowable have been summarily described by me. Only my devotees can understand this thoroughly and thus attain to my nature. That's what Krishna is teaching. So in the next sloka, what we studied in the 20th sloka last week, prakriti purusham chaiva vidyanadi ubhavapi vikaramscha gunamschaiva vidhi prakriti sambhavan. So Krishna is now teaching us that prakriti, purusha, both, you understand that they have no beginning, anadi. So vidya anadi, ubhavapi, both of them. And from the transformations of this prakriti gunams, the modes of nature, they have come from the with the prakriti sambhavan. So it is produced from the prakriti. So that's what Krishna is teaching. And about these gunams, in the next chapter, 14th chapter, Krishna is going to completely teach us everything about the three modes of nature. So material nature and living entities should be understood to be beginningless. Their transformations and the modes of matter are products of material nature. So that's what is happening. We are beginningless. We are always there. Najayate mriyate va kada sinnayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyagam. So there is neither birth nor death at any point of time. We never came into being. It does not come into being. The soul did not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. So that way Krishna is teaching. Now continuing for this sloka today, Krishna is continuing in the prakriti. So as I explained earlier in the beginning that we already studied about the kshetra, kshetrajna, jnana, neya. Even though Arjuna's question started with prakriti purusha, prakriti purusham chaiva kshetram kshetrajna. So now Krishna is teaching us about the prakriti, and we are also going to talk about, understand about purusha also, where Krishna is going to explain about the soul and paramatma, everything. Karya karana kartrutve hetuku prakriti uchyate purushaga sukha dukkana bhoktrutve hetuku uchyate. So prakriti is said to be the cause of creating all causes, said to be the cause of all causes. Basically, karya karana kartrutve hetuku. So, karya means an action, and karana means the reason. Kartrutva is creation. So, hetuku prakriti. So, cause is the prakriti. So, karya karana kartrutva. So, for an action to be created, the karana, the cause for that is actually the prakriti. For example, when we are applying for a job, the job has been created by prakriti. So that's what we need to know. We are just going and filling in the job and doing it. But that has been already created by prakriti. So everything. That's why we don't do anything. We don't create any activities. We don't do any activities. So Krishna already in the 5th chapter itself we studied very clearly. So we are not doing anything. Everything swabhavastu pravartati. Everything is done by the swabhava. So there is nothing but prakriti. So we are not na kartrutvam, na karmani, lokasya srajati prabhu, na karma pala samyogam, swabhavastu pravartate. So na kartrutvam means we are not creator. We are not creating any activity. Na kartrutvam, na karmani, lokasya srajati prabhu. Karmani srajati means creating the activities. That's what karya karana kartrutve hetuku prakriti ruchyate. But the suffering or enjoyment is created by us. The cause is our own self. We are only the cause. For our suffering and enjoyment, Krishna is also in the 5th chapter, he said very clearly that, Nadate kasyachin papam na chaiva sukritam vibhu. So I don't assume any responsibility for the good or bad deeds of anyone. Everything because of the ignorance. Ajnanena avritam jnanam tena mukhyanti jantavaga. So that way, for our suffering, we are only the cause. So Purushaga Sukha Dukkhanam Bhoktrutve Hetu. We should gain the knowledge and come out of the ignorance, then our sufferings will be gone. So that's what is happening with us right now. We are gaining this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So nature is said to be the cause of all material causes and effects, whereas the living entity is the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyments in this way. And why we are suffering? That is because of our association with the three modes of material nature. That is the problem. We need to come out of that. We have to associate with Krishna. So we should surrender unto Krishna. That's why Krishna is saying in the next sloka that Purushaga Prakriti Stohi Bhunte Prakriti Jan Gunan Karanam Gunasangosya Sadda Sadyoni Janmasu. So Purushaga, the soul. So Arjuna asked what is Prakriti and Purusha, correct? So Purusha, in the previous sloka also Krishna used the word Purusha and Prakriti. This sloka also Krishna is using the word Prakriti and Purusha. So Purushaga Prakriti story. So the soul, the Atma is situated in this Prakriti and Bhunte Prakriti Jan Gunan and trying to enjoy by the three modes of material nature, under the control of the three modes of material nature, which is produced from Prakriti. Prakriti Jan Gunan. Karanam, the cause, the reason we are struggling, the reason we are under the control of the three modes of material nature, because we are associating Sangha, Guna Sangosya. So we are associating with the modes of nature. How we are associating with the modes of nature? By not remembering Krishna, by forgetting Krishna, by not connecting ourselves with Krishna, by not studying this Bhagavad Gita, simply focusing on the material sense organs because of false ego, because of ahankara. We are associating with the modes of nature. That's why we are suffering janmasuk. In every life, yoni, there is saddasat yoni janmasuk. Good and bad effects we are getting in life after life. So the living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus he meets with good and evil among various species. Then Krishna is continuing. Upadrishtanumanta bhatta bhokta maheshwaraha paramatmeti cha yukto deheshmin purushaga paraga. So he is the overseer, Upadrishta. Krishna is seeing us, overseer. Anumanta is a permitter. Krishna is the overseer, permitter, Anumanta, Upadrishta, Anumanta, and he is the maintainer, he is the master, Bhatta. Bhokta, he is the enjoyer, he is the supreme enjoyer, and he is the Maheshwara, he is the supreme controller. So that's why Upadrishta, Anumanta, cha Bhatta, Bhokta, Maheshwara, and he is called as Paramatma. That's why Krishna is the super soul. We can never ever become Paramatma. We need to understand. So that way, we can never ever become ourselves Krishna. So that way, if anyone says that I am also God, you are also God, Krishna is also God, that is total nonsense. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Krishna is the Purushottama. Krishna is the Paramatma. That designations we cannot get at all. So that's why Krishna is saying that Paramatme iti chapyukto degesmin Purushaga para. So he's situated in every living being's body. Degesmin Purushaka para. So yet in this body, there is another, a transcendental enjoyer, who is the Lord, the supreme proprietor, who exists as the overseer, permitter, and who is known as the super soul. So that's why when Krishna is talking about the Purusha, Krishna is talking about both the soul and the super soul, Paramatma. That's why here also Krishna is saying Purushaka Paraha. So he's a Paramatma, he's the Purushaka Paraha. Then in the next sloka, what we are studying, this sloka number 24, Evam Beti Purusham Prakritim Chagunai Sakha Sarvata Partamano Pi Nasabuyo Abhijayate. So anyone who knows about this Purusha, Prakriti, Gunas and everything, even though he is engaged in all kinds of activities, Sarvata Vartamano Api, he will not take another birth in this material world. That's what is very important. So that we are knowing, we are understanding from Bhagavad Gita, we are understanding about the Purusha, Prakriti, Guna, everything. So that means we are not going to take birth here because we are going to go to Goloka. We are on the way to go to Goloka. We will take, definitely we will go to Goloka. Krishna is costless mission. So Krishna is teaching us that one who understands this philosophy concerning material nature, the living entity and the interaction of the modes of nature is sure to attain liberation. he will not take birth here again, regardless of his present position. So that's what Krishna is teaching us. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 4 more slokas, 24 slokas in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Umajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmi Vittamena Tasmei Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasa Gaura Bhakta. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Tulsi Visala Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I kindly request the devotees to use the Zoom raise hand feature to ask your questions to Guruji. Okay, Guruji. There are no questions so far. So thank you, Guruji, for today's class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. SK Garg Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Suresh Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Guruji, thank you very much. Very nice lecture. Very important information in this.
Yes.
What we understood, the Chitra, the body, the Chitragya, the driver, the soul, then game, the knowledge, which has got about 20 elements. Great Guruji, and now what we are understanding the prakriti and purusa. Really,
Yes.
Guruji, I was not knowing the difference between these two. The prakriti means the material body, and purusa is the super soul, which is situated in each one of
Purusa refers to both the soul and super soul.
Yes, sir. Purusa refers to soul and the super soul, Guruji. And what I comprehend that this super soul, this purusa, is that deva who is the cause of any action. I mean, who is making us to take any action other than the other four elements. Those are there, but this is the driving force. With its permission only, the Purusa's direction only, we do perform any action. And what we generally think, we are the doer. I am the doer.
Yeah.
So, Guruji, this is my understanding. If I have made any
no problem. Yeah,
mistake,
you are right.
please.
We are not the doer. Only the three modes of material nature are doing everything. Prakriti
Yes.
only is creating the activities and doing the activities, everything. Kartrutva. Kartrutva means is the performer. So Prakriti.
Yes, Guruji. And the driving force is the super soul, Guruji. Purusa.
That's correct. Yes.
So this is my understanding. So we have to be avoid this feeling of that I am the doer and I am responsible for good thing, bad thing. No, perhaps we are not. And it is that super soul, based on our prakriti, that is getting the things done. And we should not be attached to the results of the activities, Guruji.
Exactly. Yes.
Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Suresh Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Very nice class, Guruji, today. I think now we are getting into the technicalities of the of the Bhagavad Gita. Like I like to again go through that to understand it properly. On the videos, I will go through that. It is like getting into the technicalities. Very good, Guruji.
Yes.
Yes. Yesterday, Guruji, like I had gone to hear the ISKCON temple, which is very long. And then but then I could meet one temple manager there, like he was interested to understand you, like, so he may try to contact you. And
in Pune, Prabhu, in Pune.
Pardon, Guruji.
In which ISKCON, Prabhu? ISKCON Pune.
Is ISKCON Pune. It is coming under that Katraj area, that side. Katraj Kondwar.
Yeah,
so,
ISKCON Pune, the main temple nearby railway station. From there, walkable distance. So
yeah, that is one. That is the smaller one, Guruji. This is a very big in the campus area, because there they did not have this thing expansion for the land was not there. So this they have developed very nicely, Guruji, there.
Yeah, but ISKCON Pune, my very, very close friend, is the president for many years, almost from the 95, almost more than close to 25 years. He is the ISKCON there in Pune, president. Yes, Prabhu. His name is His Grace Radhesham Prabhu. Maybe you can ask him. Yeah, he is very well known. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. That is in the camp area. What you are saying is in the camp
No,
area.
he will be wherever big temple there. He will be. What I am saying, my memory, like at that time, there was the only temple when I
Yeah.
came to Pune.
Yes,
That was
yes,
25 years, like 30 years ago, 92
Yeah.
or 94, 93, 94. That's what I am saying. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. I will check up once I go there. Like I will check up Guruji with this.
Yeah, his name is His Grace. Everyone knows. He's the president of ISKCON Pune. Yes,
Oh,
Prabhu. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
You
So
can
this
meet him.
gentleman, I have given him a soft copy. He said that he will distribute it to his group or something like that.
Yeah.
So let us see like how does it work out, Guruji.
Yeah, when you get a chance, you definitely meet him. He will
Yes,
definitely
yes.
help you.
Sure,
Radhesham Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, sure, Guruji. Sure, Guruji. Hare Krishna,
Thank
Guruji.
you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Shashikopat Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Guruji, for the wonderful class. It's very inspiring. Basically, what we get to understand here is that we have come from the permanent abode, that is Krishna's loka, and taken birth here because of our past karmas. And we need to always remember that we need to go back to the permanent abode again. So
That is
Gita
correct.
is the guide. Krishna has given us the guidebook, which we need to follow and go back to the
That's
place.
it. We have to just follow every instruction given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, then we are assured to go there. That's it.
Yes, Guruji. So without getting attached to anything, any material objects, the material senses, we need to just stay connected, stay our.
If we are engaged in Krishna's service all the time, then automatically we'll be detached from other things. That's what will happen. There is no need to get ourselves detached by force. If we keep ourselves very busy in Krishna's service, then we will not find any time. For example, every day during this time when we study Bhagavad Gita, we don't have any time to focus on other things. Correct, Mataji? Like that, 24/7, we should be in Krishna's service. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji. And while chanting, we get to know the effect, the impact it has got on us, and how it takes us closer to Krishna, the consciousness.
Yes,
of Krishna.
yes.
So that's really very much helpful, Guruji. Thank you,
Hare
Guruji,
Krishna.
for
Thank
all
you,
your
Mataji.
effort. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Chitrita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank
Hare
you
Krishna.
first for this wonderful lesson today. And Guruji,
Yes,
that is in the verse 21 that we have done. It is Krishna is telling us that you can't do nothing. There is whatever will happen. We are just making ourselves more miserable by just getting attached. Correct?
That is
That
the
is
thing.
what-
You said it very correctly. Yes, Mataji. Yeah, we are making our life miserable by getting attached to the results. That is the problem.
Right. What is going to happen will happen, but if you are going to get emotional or get attached to it, that is how we are making our lives miserable.
Yeah.
Correct. Guruji.
And how we can make sure we are not attached to that? By developing attachment on Krishna. That's it.
Very good. Excellent, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. This is a very big guiding light for us.
Yes,
Thank you so much, Guruji.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank
Hare
you
Krishna.
for the wonderful class. You were explaining about the long timeline which we live, Guruji, this timeline of Brahma.
Yeah, Brahma's
So,
day and night.
but this is a very important moment for us in this timeline, right? Because in this Janma, we have learnt about Bhagavad Gita and how to go back to Goloka. So even though it's a long timeline, now we have a chance to go back to Goloka,
Exactly. Right
Even
now,
if we have
at
had
this point,
millions of births before.
yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now we are conscious.
Not
at
even
least-
millions. It's unlimited. We cannot even count. Yes, countless.
Yeah, even though we've had unlimited births before, we are now conscious of the fact that where we belong and where we have to go back to. So in that big timeline, this moment is a very important moment for us, I feel.
Very, very important timeline for us. Especially, we can say that this decade, next decade, is very important for us. Assuming that Krishna has mentioned we can live at least for a few more decades, we need to fully utilize Mataji. That's the main thing.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji, and all this knowledge, which was also explained again. Thank you very much for imparting this knowledge to us, Guruji. And I hope everyone will also study more and more and absorb this more and more.
We will
Because
absorb and we will
everyday absorption is so important. Every day, being in the same state is important. So thank you
I think,
very much.
Mataji, once we identify many more devotees, then we will become too busy in serving Krishna, Mataji. We will not have time to do anything. Krishna will give us a lot of work. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji.
So, then,
thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Ajay Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Brindaji Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Bapuji. Dhanavad pranam, all good.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class. It's so nice. Every day brings us closer in understanding. Yes. It's a revelation. It's an insight that where we are and what we actually should be doing. So it's an eye-opener. And
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji, you're bringing us very close to the understanding that we are here attached to the material sense objects, and actually we need to divert as quick as possible.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes, Guruji.
Time is running out. That's the main thing. Every day when it goes, we are missing. If we are not engaging ourselves on Krishna, and then we are missing that day. So we should be fully engaging ourselves in Krishna's service. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Guruji. And also today you made it very clear that the Supreme Lord is also the Purusha, and we also as the soul is called Purusha.
That is correct. He is known as Parapurusha, Purushottama, Krishna, but we are Purusha. Yes.
And he is the witness, the spectator within us, controlling, enjoying himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Guruji.
Yeah, he is the witness. He is the overseer, permitter, everything. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you so much for enlightening us. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Ajay Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Bapuji. Dhanavad pranam.
Hare Krishna. Dhanavad pranams, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Bapuji. Prabhuji, even though Krishna is the doer, we are requesting, right? So if it is good or bad, we have to be cautious about that thing because we are requesting. Right, Prabhuji? That's the right understanding.
Actually, the prakriti is the doer. Prakriti is under Krishna's control, but we are suffering or enjoying. That's the only thing we are doing. Because when we think that we are the doer, then when we want to claim the results, so then we will get bound. That is the problem. So that's the only main mistake we are doing. That's what we are in this material world. Ahankar.
Yeah, ahankar. Yeah.
Ahankar.
Yeah. True.
So rather, if we think that I am not the doer, only the modes of nature are the doer, then we are freed from ahankara. So we have to simply decide to engage ourselves in Krishna's service. Then Krishna will make use of us to serve him. That he will take care. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, to escape from the three modes, we need to take shelter.
Yeah. So only desire. So it's all our mind. That's it. What our mind thinks is what is the problem. If our mind thinks about Krishna, we are safe. If our mind thinks about sense objects, we are in trouble. That's why this focusing mind on Krishna is very, very, very important. We should not be focusing our mind on anything else, only on Krishna. We need to train our mind. Yes, that can happen only by practice.
Yeah, probably. Yesterday, in the dentist, he was removing that teeth actually. So at that time, I remembered Krishna.
Yes.
Try to think I am not this body. Krishna is charged. So yeah, I thought like that. It helped me. actually to overcome the
we have,
pain
we have to
fear.
remember Krishna in everything and depend Krishna also on everything. That is the main thing. He will take care. Krishna will guide us. There is no doubt. Krishna says that our problems he will solve. We will not get more problems. Yes.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Yeah, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Chandrakanta Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. However much we listen to Bhagavad Gita, every time we will get a different insights, Guruji. Every time.
It's continuous source of knowledge.
Yes, Guruji, because every time slowly, when we develop same shloka, we will get a little bit of depth understanding.
Yeah, more and more understanding. Yes, Mataji.
Yes. When our jnana becomes full, when our understandings becomes full only, I think our karma will be over. That's what I was thinking. In this jnana yajna, the real understanding of what he is really telling. This shloka last year also we have learned, but still, again,
we understand more. Yes.
We understand more. Like that, it's happening.
Because it's the king of knowledge, Raja Vidya.
Yes. Even though last time when I heard, I felt, oh, I understood. Now, today when I hear, oh, this is better understanding. Like that, the depth is going, Guruji. But this is required, Guruji. I was thinking, why this repetition of Bhagavad Gita like that? Now I understood, Guruji. And if we repeat 100 times also, then the secret of this knowledge, we will be understanding in a wider and even deeper way, Guruji. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sastang Pranam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Gayatri Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Especially the Sunday class is very special.
Yes.
Because we are hearing lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of
nice.
Four slokas we are covering.
Lot of lessons taught today. Yes, Guruji, nice to hear all those things. Just now we all heard all these things in Tamil class, I guess. This Tamil class.
Yeah. We just
we are able to recollect all those things,
Guruji. Yes.
Prakriti,
Mahapurush. Maybe a few months ago we finished the 13th chapter. We just finished 17th chapter.
Hearing again
15,
and again.
14. Yes,
Guruji. Hearing again and again makes us more stronger and closer to Krishna.
Makes us expert in Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, not so expert, but somewhat. Yes, all the credit goes to you, Guruji. Nice session. Yes, Guruji. Thank you for all holding us in the right path.
Thank you,
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Palniappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. So today's sloga, starting from the first one, what you explained to us is prakriti is the reason for all causes. That is, for any action, that is, cause is required, and any action required cause, and that is created by prakriti. So that is the thing which you started from the sloga explanation. And what I felt, even the smallest thing in our life, we don't take into account. Suppose any problem we face, even a small stone hit us on our leg, for example. And when we can manage ourselves, we don't think about Krishna. Same way, when we see even nowadays, many people send beautiful flowers of different type on WhatsApp, the sunrise, and all these things looks so beautiful. So we enjoy that. Even the smallest enjoyment we don't remember, because we that is done by us. That is the feeling we have from the childhood. That is why we don't. Even now I feel after today's sloga that even everything we have to remember. At that time we have to remember Krishna. That is more important what I felt.
Yes,
That
you are very much right. That's why in the 10th chapter, Krishna is saying that I am everything. Of seasons, I am the flower-bearing season, correct? Vasanta Kalam. Yes.
So even whether it is joy or whether it is suffering, both cases, even the smallest thing we have to remember, then we will have that real attachment with Krishna. That is my feeling when I heard today's slogas. That is the thing I got it. Thank you, Guruji, for your explanation and guiding us in a very deepest way. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, in the last 2-3 days, what has happened in the 9:30, 10:30, I was in the meeting. I'm not supposed to discuss, some prohibition is there. So it is looking like, I missed 4 or 5 meals together. Though I am observing that YouTube, whatever the speeches, but the interaction is missing now. So I felt like I missed 2-3 days meals. So now I'm very happy and satisfied that I'm talking
for
to
the
you.
soul, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is the food. Yes, Prabhu.
Right. So the interaction is also mandatory to polish your mind. See, the overall this the Mahapurusha and Purushatva is so nice. He's saying that I'm witnessing to each and every act. So that is what.
Yes.
He's witnessing to each and every act what we are doing in our life.
Yes.
And moreover, the past we cannot rewrite. Whatever happened is happened. We don't know how many janma we have taken. What Papa?
We don't have to think about it. We don't
think about it because we don't know. Only Krishna knows the past and Krishna knows the future.
Krishna knows, and there is no need for us to know.
Yes. Therefore, we do not have any other business other than that to surrender to himself. So the present will be driven by him. He is a supreme command, wherein which he will drive each and everything. So as Prannipan Prabhu has told, normally when we are in sorrow or when we are having some trouble, health trouble, we remember Krishna. It is not right. When we are having a food or anything, whatever we are getting in day-to-day life, we should always remember Krishna and say thanks. We have to say thanks to him. Even if we drink a cup of coffee, we have to say Krishna is giving that. If that gratitude is there, inbuilt.
It's not only Krishna is giving, Krishna only is digesting also. Whatever we eat, it is given. I am the fire of digestion. I am Vaishwanaro Bhutva Pranina Vegamashita.
Yes. Therefore, when we remember fully to him, he will also ensure that our entire system is controlled in a proper manner. So we will not get into any kind of a disease or anything. It's a well said. That is what is very, very important. So day-to-day basis, we are getting polished. We are like a raw stone. When we joined your class, slowly we are shaping up. So like a goldsmith, you are polishing us. So one day we will become diamond. That is the ultimatum. So how to become a diamond? See, diamond means it's not a materialistic diamond.
Spiritual. Complete spiritual.
So your knowledge and intelligence become a diamond with complete Purnatma with Krishna conscious. So that stage become a diamond. You are shaping us to become a diamond. So we are going to be a diamond. So we don't look at the result. The Krishna will take care of us.
Yes, Lord.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Guruji. Yeah,
Thank you,
each and
Prabhu.
every
Hare
day
Krishna.
we are getting polished. We are proud to say next year we are no rash
Yeah,
to
yeah. We will be much more polished, no doubt.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare
Thank you,
Krishna,
Prabhu.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Ram Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Guruji. Like everyone saying, we are getting the shine is happening, Guruji. Like Chandrakanta Mataji said, it's like though we have a gold and that is our internal nature of thing. Lord Krishna is living within us, but we need to shine it, Guruji. The shining happens through you. And n number of shining is required, Guruji. We have to polish it and get it. So until the radiance happen, we merge with Lord Krishna, Guruji. Until we attire his Subhava, we have to get shined and polished ourselves, Guruji. So this has to go through, Guruji, and we are blessed, Guruji, to get this from you at free of cost, because that needs to be quoted over here. Every politician say, now I'm giving free. This is a freebie. You vote for me, I give cow, goats, this, that, education, everything is free, free, free. They keep saying. And technically it is wrong. They also use a different word, Guruji. So they should not give. So under law, you should not say it is free. So they are using some terminologies. But no one understands that Lord Krishna himself speaks. He is giving such a big gift to all of us. And
Yes.
once we read, we don't need any other things, Guruji. As
Nothing.
Nike said in this 1324, one who understands the philosophy concerning material nature, that's good enough, Guruji. What is the material nature? How we become entangled by this material nature? All the issues, all the causes is through us, Guruji. That is very clearly explained, Guruji. And as the other Mataji said, Sunday classes are very important, Guruji. One can afford to miss other classes, but Sunday class is like how Christians goes to church service. It is a very must, Guruji. You must be humble and you really revealing us the real truth. Because they always say in Christianity, God will reveal a new world to you in heaven. And I spoke to my brother yesterday, my reverend brother. I told, brother, you always tell this to me. Now it has been revealed. It is with us. I don't even have to wait to go to heaven, Guruji. Just attending your class. This is a heaven. Next level is a Goloka, Guruji. That could be a supreme heaven. Thank you very much, Guruji, for taking us over there. Hare Krishna to all, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Guruji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Arki Koyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for a nice class. I have missed some part of it, but I will cover it in the video, YouTube video.
Yes.
Got one small doubt. When we say Karya Karan Kartatve Prakriti Hetu Uchyate, so here the meaning of Prakriti is again the Swabhava?
No. Swabhava is coming from Prakriti. Prakriti is much bigger thing. So from Prakriti, Gunas, from Gunas, Swabhava. So that's why we need to understand. Prakriti is everything. All this material nature is Prakriti. Material, the entire material nature is Prakriti. Krishna's external energy. That is Durga. Durga is Prakriti. Durga Devi is Prakriti.
Yes. So when we say Karya Karan Kartatve Prakriti Hetu Uchyate, that means whatever is the cause and whatever are the effects of it, they all are created by, they all are because of.
Yeah, that's correct. Shishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Saktireka Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Bibarti Durga. Durga is, yes, everything is done by the Prakriti.
So basically, whatever is happening in this materialistic world, whatever is the cause, whatever is the effect, they are all under the control of this Trigunatmak Maya.
Avasam Prakrite Vasat.
Okay.
That's what Krishna says in the 9th chapter. Yes.
So we all are avash. We all are under the. We all are not in our own control. We all are under the control of this Durga.
Prakriti.
And this all these activities.
Yes, yes, yes.
And everything is happening because of our inherent nature that we have accumulated because of past karmic actions or reactions. Is it?
Yes.
This is the meaning. Means when we interact with this,
we are suffering because of our attachment. That's it, our attachment to the result.
okay. So every individual is responding to the stimulus of this external materialistic world in a different manner, depending upon his intrinsic qualities that he has acquired. So accordingly, there would be new actions and the reactions created, and the person is that is not in the control of the person. He will be governed by this Maya for that reason.
But if we just give up all the attachments, and then we are freed. Then we are no longer controlled by Maya. That's it.
That means the moment we realize by our intelligence that we are here just to serve Krishna, the moment
that's it. The moment yes, you are right.
Out of the control of Durga, and then we are taken over by Krishna.
That's it. Then Durga will help us. When we surrender, Durga will not bother us. That's it.
Okay.
Will not control us.
Okay.
That's why Krishna is saying, Devigi esa gunamayi, mama maya duratya. So my Maya is divine in nature, and it's very difficult to overcome. Very difficult to overcome. But mameva ye pravartante Maya metam tanante. But if anyone surrenders unto me, they will be freed from Maya. That's it.
Okay. So that means when the people say Maya means which is not there, Maya, which is not existing. So they are basically having a wrong notion. This is very much here, but only thing is it is not there for the devotees. But those who are not devotees, for them, they are constantly under the control of Maya, under the illusion.
That is correct. We are constantly.
Maya is basically reality. Maya
is not. Bhutagramam imam krishnam avasam prakriter vashat. That's what Krishna says in the 9th chapter, 8th sloka. The entire material world is always compulsorily avasam prakriter vasat, under the control of prakriti only.
Okay. So now, Guruji, when the people, they worship Durga, so for what they worship Durga? For the materialistic gains?
Yeah, when they worship Durga, they ask for materialistic things only. But when we worship Krishna, then we will not ask anything. That's it. So that's why we should not be asking any materialistic things. We should only ask, we should only serve Krishna without expecting anything. That's it.
Okay. So as a devotee of Krishna, if one has to happen to be in some temple of Durga, then what should he pray for?
He should pray to Krishna only. Even in front of Durga, chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That's it. Normally, if I am in front of Durga or any other temple, normally since Brahma Samhita, that sloka only, I will sing like a Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Sakti Reka Chaye Vayasya Bhuvanani Bhivati Durga Ichchana Rupam Apiyasya Chachesa Tesa Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Okay. So we should request Durga Devi that she should engage us in the devotional service of Krishna.
In Krishna service. She will be very happy. Very, very happy.
Okay. So nice of it, Guruji. Very nice. Very nicely understood now. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So nice. Grateful to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I spoke with all devotees. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan now. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.